memory banks. Lion versus FlyQuest, though, for game number 2. Lion now on the blue side. Let's see if that changes things around, because FlyQuest on the blue side with the Yanara blue 1. Really investing into that one. Not pickable anymore through Fearless, of course, but I think that was a really cool strategy coming in to a best of 3 Fearless.
Yeah, Yanara's cool. Massu was good on her, and we'll see what we get into next. Gwen up and available here. Taliyah, it's the same as last time, though. Both Taliyah and Gwen up and available still. And this time around, Vi's not banned, so maybe the Taliyah is even more important with no Vi ban.
But doesn't Saint just want to play Ryze with the Cassio ban eventually? Yeah, Vi first pick, but the Cassio ban could definitely be something like Ryze. But yeah, to your point, Taliyah being open is one of the strongest champions. I would think that they would pick it now, but we'll see. It's been lower priority.
Vi either way, though, I think if you're going to choose either one of those, the Taliyah or the Vi, I'm so happy for that, because Audieland often is one of the engines for Engage, one of the tools that Lion likes to play through to find those picks.
How many engines they got, bro?
I would say 3. It used to be 2. It used to be Audieland Lions. I actually have a couple things written down for the players. I have Audieland is the creator of chaos, or cause of chaos.
Okay.
Lions buys into the chaos.
Okay.
Hena's the spectator of the chaos.
Okay.
And I call Saint commissioner of chaos, because usually he shows up late and tries to like clean up after.
These are all kind of good.
What's SrTT?
Well, he's new to the team. I haven't come up with one. Let's come up with one from together.
This is your thing.
Yeah, you work on that one.
Okay, I'll work on that one.
Yeah,
You talk about the
draft.
draft.
We'll come back
I'll
to you.
be ruminating.
We'll come back to you on that one for follow-up.
So far, I just have everyone love the sequel under his name.
But we have the pretty common answer here that we were talking about. You break up the Vi and Taliyah, which means, some other good pairings here. Aurora possibilities with it. Very strong dive possibilities from Lion. They had strong dive last time around, and it looks like they still like that strategy.
Yeah, and it worked well for them. I feel like if they just want to turn that up a little bit in this game, if they're going to throw that Aurora mid lane, it is actually a flex pick. Aurora top lane is pretty powerful for them as well. So let's see if they can get some type of strong pushing bot lane, because that's going to be the easiest lane, I feel like, for them to set up and dive.
I got it, by the way.
Nice.
SrTT is recruited by chaos. There we go. Boom.
That's actually the most accurate one.
Yeah, he was brought on.
He's a chaos
connoisseur, you know.
That's
good. He's been dabbling in chaos here, dabbling in chaos there. Currently on Lion.
He was the victim of chaos on Dignitas.
Okay, that's another one. Yeah, that was last chapter though. That was chapter 1. Now we're on chapter 2. Alistar locked in here for Lyonz though, as that will be more engage tools between Alistar and the Vi.
Interesting here.
So much engage.
The opportunity for a response from FlyQuest. Let's see. What are they feeling now? Oh, they're going to go for their blind pick.
People love doing this.
Okay, so if they don't care either way. They don't care either way. Just pick the Sion, stack your health, be your meatball front line.
Bwipo says with Vi Aurora, you're already committed to burst.
Yeah, you're going to be diving.
I'm just going to be a tank, and you're never going to be able to kill me. That's his idea. Because if they're going to try and put a tank shredder as the AD carry with this full dive comp, it's just going to be a dis-synergy. So I like Bwipo daring them to try and mess up their team comp to kill Sion.
I will say that you can play Vi to break armor of frontliners. You don't always have to ult in for pure dive. You know, you can play the champion a little bit more conservatively, although everyone always focuses on the ultimate and diving towards the enemy carries. You can try and break some of that armor and soften them up, but let's take a look at how the rest of it comes through here. Again, Busio's Bard demands respect. Always in the second round of bans here, especially if you're running an all-in, dive comp here. If you're running Vi, usually you're worried about Bard ults stopping your engages. So that
if you play in my games, you're worried about the Vi on the Bard's team stopping your own team.
Well, thankfully,
go both ways.
Thankfully, we're not in your games, and we're also not watching yours.
Yes, thankfully for everybody involved. You don't want to do any of that. All right, but Braum also banned away from Lion's side, so Busio not going to have access to some of the more defensive supports for this draft. Now let's see if they go for AD carry, if they want a red 5 support here, because red 5 support has its position in some drafts. Instead, they're going to go for the Rakan.
Yeah, I mean, it might just be a Xayah Rakan angle if Lion is going full dive. Anyway, it's going to be a nice mobile anti-dive team that they can throw out. I would feel like, I was thinking Kalista Renata, but they realized Kalista never wins any League of Legends games anymore, so they're going to end up going with Xayah Rakan.
Now let's see, into the Sion here. Okay.
Aatrox.
Classic.
Yeah, it is a classic. I honestly feel so fine about it though on the Sion side. Like we've seen a decent amount of even after the Aatrox buffs and stuff. You know, people trying to take over. It's not as easy as it sounds. You know, you're like, oh yeah, let's play Aatrox into tanks. You know, you can just always perma-leech off them and stuff. Haven't yet seen like some crazy good Aatrox game. So we'll see. Maybe this is the one. But they rounded out with the Jinx. So they've got some real carry potential here in the hands of Senna, looking for the reset. Sometimes you can just burst down Rakans.
Yeah.
They are speedy, but if you CC them, you can just burst down the Rakan sometimes because they're very squishy and get a reset for Jinx. Like, if you just focus on, to the earlier point, stopping the front line, you know, you ult this Rakan and lock them up instead of diving the enemy backline as line, and you get Jinx to reset off that, then that could be a way for them to go through.
Yeah, I feel like it was the best choice available, but it's still a weird team comp. Like, it'll work okay because they can maybe burst that first guy and get Jinx going. I still think they're going to have a really hard time.
I think they are kind of screwed.
Oh! Well, you're going to take it a step further.
Maybe though.
Hey, wait for the camera. Yeah. That's awesome.
Legends.
That's the next generation of gamers right there.
What is that baby going to main? Tell me what that baby's going to be a main.
I will allow
first.
Yumi for a year to learn the game.
Yeah,
I think that's a good one to learn.
Babies are allowed to play
Babies are allowed
like
to play
that.
Yumi.
We're starting them out on support, and you're playing Yumi.
Yep,
Great.
exactly. But then after that, you know, let's graduate. Maybe like a Lulu. You know, I think that's the next step for baby. That's
some natural progression. Are we getting that baby out to a different
offense
lane?
to the
No,
Lulu.
I'm going Katarina, just eventually. Like, you may as well.
Yeah, you know, I guess start them off hard.
Though that baby also could play in Kangas' game.
Jat's going to be the type of dad that throws the baby into the deep end and just be like, you're going to figure out how to swim, okay?
Good luck.
You're just going to do it. All right, FlyQuest versus Lyonz for game number 2. FlyQuest up 1-0 in the series, looking to continue an undefeated split 3. Lion, meanwhile, hoping to put the brakes on that momentum and pick up their first win of the series, maybe go for the reverse sweep themselves and maintain their name in the conversation for a top team in the league. Game 2, we're on to the Rift.
We'll have to see what FlyQuest picks as their win condition this game. It doesn't look like they're positioned to play super aggressive early as they never do with Inspired, but he's got a lot of agency on this Zhao.
So they do have a sweeper on Busio at the moment, Rakan. So they could try and go for some early sweeper action, but currently Hena's just sitting in the tri-brush, and we didn't get to see if he saw Massu or not. It looked like Massu kind of moving up there.
Kobe, you're always paying attention to Massu on this half of the map. I wonder why. You're very focused on which brushes he's in.
Always traumatized.
Yeah.
Which brush is he or is he not? And they are going to go for the sweeper play.
Okay, looks like Hena does spot them, starts to run away, and the Quill will land, but he gets out just fine. Now Saint actually in the mid lane, taking some damage here from Inspired. Lands the Electrocute though, and Inspired shouldn't have time to back.
I mean, Inspired's generally fine with that trade if he can trade mid laner health for his own health, since he's going to be healthy clearing anyway. That's going to help out quad.
So he actually even held his sweeper charge.
Yeah.
They just bluffed it, and then they used Masu's Trinket Ward in on Krugs. I actually really like that information gathering from FlyQuest bottom lane. They bluff their sweeper activation, and then you invest it in here onto Krugs.
And now they get to clear this ward in the bush.
Very good use of the early game. Level 1, often you don't see that many interactions happening, but Massu and Busio found a couple of really fun ones right there. Currently, though, Hena and Lyonz do have a bigger push on the bottom wave, so should hit level 2 first. We'll see if Massu and Busio really contest them there. The junglers pathing on the top half towards the bottom half here. We'll see if Oddie is spotted on that Krug ward, or if he doesn't. But Inspired currently on the top half, and we did see earlier Bwipo talking about SrTT. Kobe, he had really good words to say about SrTT.
Yeah, I mean, he always has, and SrTT's always been really close with Bwipo. They've talked about it a lot, but that was very close because Gakkos is
He's right there
in the other room, like, huh? Really? Yeah, SrTT. Oftentimes you can even find him in Bwipo's stream, chatting with him, asking questions and stuff. Meanwhile, bottom side, little scuffle here.
Yeah, nothing actually going to come of that one, though. So Massu and Busio get back to the wave. But it tells the story of SrTT versus Bwipo even more, because SrTT has played so many different champions already on Lion. 5 games, 5 different champs. Playing a carry into Bwipo really speaks to SrTT's confidence as well.
And back to the point on the ward on the Krugs. So even though the ward isn't going to last that long to see it, you know, because you have your ward on Krugs long enough to see after 3 camps. If they have not come down to do that, you know that he is just doing a very normal top to bottom clear. And so Massu and Busio, even without having direct vision of him, can definitely assume the proper route. They're going to keep on pushing in, and Oddie will cross backwards up to the top side Scuttle Crab. So should just be 1-for-1. All's even for the junglers with a tiny
Oddie's thinking about it.
Okay, actually, Oddie's going to skip
for gank.
Yeah, he's actually looking at Bwipo right now, who's playing around with it, because SrTT wants that wave, so Vaultbreaker will land. Bwipo hit by the denting blows as well. There's that armor going away. He still has the flash, has the W shield. SrTT going forward. Bwipo holding the flash to the last second. SrTT tries to follow. Bwipo throws up the question mark and gets out just fine.
Bwipo's happy with that one. He gets the flash trade after he was able to catch the last of the minions. He can just teleport back. He's going to be in a good position as he played that very patiently with his final flash.
Yeah, I mean, if he died to that, well, we're going to get a little chase over here. If he had died to that, though, that would be the second time where someone had just walked straight over the ward right into the Oddie sticks around, though. Hold on.
Busio does spot him. Massu's nearby as well. We have the lane swap from FlyQuest bot lane as Saint gets away from the unraveled earth. As now Hena has to flash, but does not have the team around him. First blood picked up by Inspired.
I mean, it's a big extension of the top lane gank avoidance by Bwipo there. Oddie didn't want to give it up because he hadn't reset yet.
And can we get a look at the top wave, minion wave? Well, we got some action down here first, but the top minion wave, they could freeze that big ol' wave, I'm pretty sure, from looking at on the mini-map.
Big ol' wave.
That invade on top
Not
side
good for them.
and killing off Hena, and then they can just keep it here. Like, that is insane, that play from FlyQuest.
Very has no summoners, so there's a threat that they can just try and all-in him again. I think they'll be able to reach the wave now that they've burned cooldowns on the Alistar.
The recall does not actually root up Hena there, but damage onto Lyonz.
He lost a hold, no whole another wave.
Yeah, Hena has no fly. Like, that value is so good for FlyQuest.
Oh, he's just leaving. He has no other choice.
Well, I mean, they don't, it seems like they're not sure if they want to leave, if they want to stay here, because FlyQuest have such a devastating freeze.
I mean, SrTT already reset. I thought with SrTT's recall, they were just going to match it. Now SrTT has to walk back bot lane.
So they're going to go for an engage right now. Lyonz flashes away from the feather recall as Hena has to run as well. That's heal used. Busio might look to chase down Massu, just peppering them up. And now I think Hena will back.
How do you retain your mental if you are the bottom laners and you're receiving this punishment? Like, that is so bad for Lion. Not to mention, off that invade, Inspired also feeling quite good. Inspired going for his second recall here. Oddie crossing and showing once again, but finally, they can collect this one. Whew.
He didn't back,
but
sticking around.
They have no, sums there for Lion. There's still no flash for Hena. So the pain and the focus could continue.
Honestly, I'm looking at it now.
Broke the freeze.
The teleport from Alistar really saved the day. They took just enough damage. Hena would have been diveable if Alistar didn't have the teleport to get back, but they caught the whole wave after breaking the freeze.
Oh, and now a TP coming up top side here. It looks like that's Quad coming in straight into everybody. It was Busio, actually, the teleport on the Rakan, but he's able to get back to Massu. There's just no damage. Lyonz headbutted him into the brush, and now Massu with Inspired are actually looking like they're confident enough to fight. Inspired level 6, Crest Guard was available, but Lion back off. Ooh, that was so close.
Okay, you saved my mental.
Yeah, it's saved. Although, it's in danger again, because they're doing the same play that started this whole sequence. Again, Inspired's level 6, he's got the level 6 advantage. Busio's just sticking around because he wants to ward and be annoying. So at this point, Hena says, I'm not helping out the jungler whatsoever. You can just give away the blue buff, because Hena just wanted to catch that last wave.
Saint's just going to pepper up Inspired a little bit on the way out, but I mean, Inspired got what he came for. That's a blue buff down. Still level 5 for Oddie as he will now take this Krug. I believe that should put him to level 6. But this is a rough start for Lion in the early game. Already 1,000 gold lead for Fly.
Massu missed the cannon. Okay. We're talking about mental, like Hena.
There we go. Yeah, you gotta
Massu,
what you can get.
Might be even now. Uncontested cannon miss.
you know what? Of all the things you control players for, that's one of the things I love to do. Let's not drop that one. Let's not move past that one.
Always -1.
Always -1. SrTT, meanwhile, has not been able to really maintain the hype coming into this top lane matchup as he has struggled into Bwipo so far. Taking rough trades here and there. We'll see. Reminder to get your LTA Championship tickets, but once we come back from that, we'll also get to see the CS differential here.
Yeah, I mean, as Kobe was alluding to in Champ Select, even though the Aatrox is a classic pick into the Sion, there's a reason you don't see it that often. It's really hard to actually get an advantage on the Sion. He grasps, he gets the early Bramble Vest, and he has really strong early wave clear anyway, so Bwipo is just kind of playing the matchup as intended. He's sitting on biscuits, he's sitting on a cull. Like, he is just scaling here into the triple longsword.
And Aatrox playing into the Unraveled Earth from the Taliyah, playing into the Xayah, who can just ult away anytime you try and get onto her. It's going to be difficult for SrTT to have, like, really impactful moments.
Yeah, maybe with the extra CC on the rest of his team, he'll be able to live that Aatrox dream, though. Sometimes it can happen. Meanwhile, though, I just have to say, Inspired, it's a pretty easy job for him for the progression of this game.
Yep.
You know, just finish up the grubs on the top side of the map, come on down, keep collecting objective after objective after objective. You don't expect LYON to fight you anytime soon because, you know, SrTT is half health under tower. He's actually running the risk of getting dove at the moment with the duo lane heading over.
Pops a World Ender to try and help him clear out this wave because Massu and Busio are both there. SrTT is in danger. Lands a one knockup onto Bwipo. And FlyQuest are just dancing around here. They can wait for the next wave. Masu's actually catching this one. And SrTT's like, all right, I'm not quite sure what my out is, but he is buying some time, wasting some of FlyQuest as Bwipo does have the damage. SrTT might actually be able to turn that. No! Ultimate's committed from FlyQuest, but now Quad's in some trouble.
Hey!
LYON! Bite back in the mid lane.
A much faster gank in the mid lane, for sure. I thought SrTT played that pretty well, all things considered. He stopped the wave from getting there the entire time, and also made it so Massu didn't get any assist gold. It also gave the time for LYON to set up that dive in the mid lane, which we're going to get another look at. I mean, they got the flash from Quad and killed him. If we show the okay, thank goodness we're showing the mid replay.
Okay, so the teleport in, and Lyonz is coming over with a Hex Flash. Meanwhile, Oddie also comes over with a real flash, and then he's able to ult right on through, too, to follow it, and a flash for the extra kill.
Great chain CC right there. And the bottom side, like you had said, Jet, SrTT actually played that pretty well. It seemed like Busio didn't want to commit the quickness. They were trying to save abilities rather than use too many to get that kill, and that bought time for SrTT.
Yeah. Meanwhile, they took the dragon while they were going for both of those two different plays. So FlyQuest continues to stack their objectives like we were talking about, as well as just keep up a really efficient farm for Inspired.
Saint, ooh, dodges the knockback, and Quad's in a lot of trouble right now in the 1v1. Saint takes it, solo kill to LYON's mid laner.
Nicely done, no flash on Quad. Saint with the level advantage, level 9. That's a big spike for the Aurora if you're landing your Qs.
I think with this team, those are the plays that they have to do if they want to have a way to actually win here. So really, really important for Saint to get this side lane 1v1 kill, because that not only gets him the kill money, it also gets him tower plate money and gives you some real threat behind this Aurora burst, this extra possibility, because this team does need to burst someone down to get their reset for Jinx, to get Jinx excited. And so if the Aurora has the extra money to do that, then they actually have a way that they can see here through FlyQuest.
Yeah, I agree, as Inspired is moving top towards SrTT, hoping SrTT engages.
SrTT, if he wants to get aggressive, could get punished, but Oddie was hovering nearby as well. Lyonz was hovering the top river, so SrTT does have the backup of the team for right now, as Hena will push this mid wave in. 12 minutes on the clock, though, and already we've had a lot of action here in this game. It's crazy to think that we're just now cresting into what you could start to consider the mid game, despite how much has actually happened in the game.
Yeah, plates haven't even fallen yet. Inspired got such a big advantage with the back-to-back invades in the blue buff, and he's just trying to take what the game gives him on this Xin. Usually when Inspired's in a good state in the game, FlyQuest is gonna be fine, but it is that, what SrTT said, even in the interview that you did, Kangas, after they had to select FlyQuest, if they're gonna win, it's just gonna have to be through a hand stiff, because you're not actually beating FlyQuest in some way of identifying the win conditions and playing the perfect crisp team fights. No, you just need to be able to get 1v1 advantages so that you have gold advantages when it comes time to team fight.
So far, it is slight gold advantage to FlyQuest, but not as much as we saw in that game #1. And it even was bigger earlier in this game. So LYON, yet again, holding their own right now. It's 2-2 in the kill score. And 3 grubs plus a dragon to FlyQuest. So LYON might be looking at this next dragon as where they want to start contesting. SrTT takes a rough trade right there. On top of onslaught comes in from Bwipo. Now the world ender from SrTT. We got a 1v1 classic in the top lane. SrTT feels pretty good about that one. Flashboard, one more auto, he takes it! Feat of warfare claim for LYON. SrTT will die to the turret, but mission accomplished. 1-for-1 trade on the top side, slightly to LYON.
The feed is going to be the big thing there.
He's still literally got, the feed is the big thing.
Yeah.
Because he still literally got all the minions and still got the counter kill.
Yes.
So the feet, there you go, Jet.
That's it. That's all you need.
I was trying to pull out where was that positive. Flash disadvantage, gold's the same.
I was like,
I'll take what I can get, you know. Oh, Lyonz with a fancy little headbutt into the flash bulb rise. Quad now in some trouble again under the turret. He has just been focused all day by LYON.
Dang.
Another kill for the mid laner of LYON and another death for Quad.
Saint here, I feel like Saint is going to be the real champion if LYON are able to push us to a game 3. He's got 4 stacks on his Darksteel. He's obviously feeling very confident in his individual play. So maybe this Aurora is going to be the way in for them.
It kind of has to be. Bwipo just completed his cull though, so he's also a very big player. I'm just thinking, like, what's this Aurora going to do to a 9,000 health Sion when he eventually gets
Here's what the Aurora's going to do. Go past him and kill someone else.
Evade.
Yeah. But he also does have the Leandry. So, like, you do some, like, splash damage. You touch the Sion and get him burning.
Well, currently, Sion is hovering near Saint right now. The rest of LYON are walking in towards the Dragon. They force out the Feather Storm from Massu, and now they commit everything onto the AD carry. Massu in trouble, flashes with the Blade Caller, still alive, but not for long. Hena with the snipe will take him down. The Dragon, the focus, it is taken by Inspired, but the fight is won by LYON.
That's it. That's the team fight that LYON needs to be able to orchestrate. Hena gets the first reset and then can run through the rest of the team.
And what did Saint do? He walked right past that time.
He walked right past him.
Melee range of him. Watch. he literally walked.
Ignore. You pretend he's not there.
He walked right by him. Okay, so
I'm watching.
Here we go. He's looking right out. He's got one up. All right, I'm walking by him. See ya. Let me go find these squishier champs. Where is Massu? Massu just got ulted by Oddie land. Gets bumped there. So nice little combo there. He does flash the little bit of original burst damage, but Hena's like, you know what? I got this one. And Hena actually threads his ultimate right past there. This is so big for LYON's hopes of pushing us to a game 3. Now with this very big gold lead, they could chain that into the other side of the map and go Herald 2.
We can win.
Yeah, we can win.
Thinks they can, yeah.
Yeah, and there we go.
Sundered Sky, Aatrox is going to be doing a lot of healing in team fights as well, as they're also first onto the Rift Herald here, so taking the tempo from that last fight and trying to pay it forward into more plays.
LYON find themselves with a gold lead for the first time this series. 1.5 thousand in their favor after that fight, as now they also take the Herald, which means more gold potential in the future here. And a lot of it has been Saint versus Quad, who's died 3 times already in this game.
Yeah, Saint looking very, very good. Hena as well, by the way. You know, he also threw a Jinx ult up at the Bwipo and SrTT 1v1. That had already been decided, though, by the time we all got there. But that Jinx getting the extra money here. These LYON carries. Here we go for the dive.
I mean, we are just laser focused on Quad. It's going to be LYON taking it up. Saint gets the damage. Saint gets the kill credit. Now, Busio under the turret. Quickness was popped, but not going to lock anyone down for long enough for a kill. LYON get another onto Quad.
Talk about a nightmare game for Quad. 0-4-0 so far. Oddie just hopped in for fun there.
He's popping wheelies in the parking lot.
He's doing donuts.
They're going to go for 2 turrets here. They have the Jinx, so they should be able to shred this turret fairly quickly.
SrTT's all alone in the bottom side now. Pops a World Ender yet again. Inspired is here. They could look for the dive. SrTT, does he go for the wave or does he try and go for an outplay? It's going to be Bwipo taking up the turret to start things off, which means Inspired gets so much time to just beat down the Aatrox. He's healing up. Drain tanking it, but not enough. FlyQuest get their man.
Tried to maximize his Sundered Sky and Aatrox passive procs. Gets Bwipo for a big heal at the end, but it is not enough, as Inspired and Bwipo do have a nicely executed dive to take him down, but that doesn't help the rest of the map. The carries of FlyQuest still need to find a way to exist, and at the moment, they're just getting dove on repeat by the Vi and Aurora.
And the huge issue in this game is now going to be, how do FlyQuest exist anywhere on the side lanes of this map? When Saint is running around with 9 stacks on his Dark Seal, 303 Aurora, nobody can be in a side lane, maybe like no even 2 people. So FlyQuest are going to have to play as a team, and LYON are going to have a lot of options as far as playing these side lanes. I guess with like Taliyah wall, you can just try and push your lanes quickly, and then as long as you have good vision and you're quick about it, then you actually don't have to put yourself in danger. But Aurora's a very mobile champion, so I expect picks.
Seismic Shove lands on the Lyonz right there, has ultimate available, doesn't want to use it, flashes. Ooh, LYON almost lose their support.
Did save his ult though, because they're going to want that for the next fight, but they continue the fight.
Might just be able to TP in, but now, yeah, LYON got to be worried here. Now the Alistar ultimate as Bwipo teleports in very far from the rest of FlyQuest, but now he takes so long to die, it just bops Lyonz over the head. LYON lose their support, they're going to lose their top laner. SrTT out of sorts as well. And FlyQuest find 2. FlyQuest controlling the access points at the top river.
Again, it's so smart because they don't even go play side. They're like, all right, we are going to play as a team right up through the river into the jungle. They find their scrap here. They use the Taliyah wall, and they find their kills. That is 2 more. So how much money, how big are the rewards for those kills, though? It seems pretty decent. You know, you get to push in a couple of waves. You grab your extra little bit of flowers as well. Every little bit of experience and damage from those petals is really going to help. Quad gets to come back a little bit into the game as well.
And also, Massu has completed his second major item with this Drake coming up. So before that fight, I was going to say that this game is mirroring game 1 in the fact that the team with Drakes was down in gold. Now the team with Drakes is even in gold, and it's kind of all about the setup and execution of these next team fights. So it's still going to be a little bit about how well Bwipo can avoid, or rather stop the Aurora from getting access on his backline.
Well,
or Fly's just going fast.
Short window. Yeah, LYON can just try and make a fast play onto Bwipo right now. Saint does a lot of damage with that. Leandri's completed.
They're going to kill him.
Riftmaker completed. Bwipo has no backup close by. Busio's now making it here. Flash from Bwipo. Trying to shield himself back up. Oddie lane goes forward, but now the rest of FlyQuest has made it. Bwipo goes down, but he has a zombie form. Mega Death Rocket lands, but across the veil between worlds. Big damage coming in here from Saint, but he's out of the fight. FlyQuest found the player with all the gold, all the damage. They're taking down Hena as well, but no, he actually survives. SrTT playing hero for LYON, and they actually give it right back to FlyQuest. Their front line's down. It's just Massu, Quad, and Busio. And they got to play very respectfully here till Lyonz is engaged. Do they want to play around with it?
It's really dangerous because even though Taliyah is so far behind, the rocks are still really difficult for like an Aatrox and an Alistar to play around. So you can see the hesitancy there from LYON, as SrTT really wanted to have that dream Aatrox game where you just get to run over the rest of the members of the fight. But they just, it's a little dangerous there with Taliyah having the cooldowns on her abilities back up.
Still, what a start to this fight. I love Saint going for this play early on, but then Bwipo does a really good job dodging the skill shot. So he avoids the first by Vault Breaker, flashes here, and gets just out of range of the second one. I feel like if either of those Vault Breakers land, he's dead before the rest of FlyQuest can arrive, and we're having a whole different conversation here. But he dies as FlyQuest arrives, and then they get a nice charm right onto the Aurora and get that shutdown onto Saint.
Yeah, Saint wanted a little too much with that one. He went in and immediately responded there by every member of FlyQuest. You saw them flash on him too. Very good response there from FlyQuest as right when Saint went in.
And one thing about Aurora, as this Drake is still up and they're posturing over about it, sorry, one thing about Taliyah is even when you're really far behind, your rocks still do their job, and the wall still cuts off team fights. If you have the right angle, especially in Dragon, you can completely win a fight with Taliyah ult.
LYON pops the ultimate early. Oddie lane gets flash out of the carries. Massu's the target. They're trying to lock down the Xayah, but now Bwipo's 1v3 on the side here. LYONz will fall. The support is not as tanky as the top laner, and FlyQuest are just inevitable. They'll get onto the back line. They'll take down Saint. He tries to get away from the fight. The only member to live. FlyQuest crushed the fight.
Honestly, the perfect Taliyah ult. As Audie Land tried to engage onto FlyQuest, he completely traps them and makes a 4v2, and then Bwipo is the one who's trapped on the other side with Lion.
Oh, Saint! He's going for it. He thinks he can outplay Massu right now, but with Busio there, it's a 1v2. Weirding lands, and he gets it. Okay.
That's kind of one of those like kind of tilt plays, I think. But you know, I think that was a shutdown. Okay.
Yeah, it's something.
But you know, everything's exploding around the map. Everything's on fire. It's one of those moments where everyone else is dead. Everything's on fire.
House is on fire, but you got your wallet.
I'm gonna go get a kill.
You're able to grab that on the way out. Yeah.
Alistar, Vi trapped on one side. All damage dealers left with Bwipo, not wanting to use all their cooldowns because they're going to need them for the fight. When the fight happens, it's everyone versus just them, and they're completely run over.
And this is why in Champs League, when we're like, oh yeah, you know, people do this Aatrox and a Sion a lot, but I always just personally really like having the Sion on my team because you're such a good front line. And you can make so many team plays with your ultimate.
It's just, this is
it's 100%. It's 100%. I'm gonna go get mine. Everything's on fire right now. Whatever.
Yeah, we had TP top.
Kurwa, perfect.
That was a giggle right there from Inspired.
They're having a good time.
Dude, he still just loves the game so much. Here we go, though. He's right back onto the Oddie, and we got some pings up here, so maybe Lion try and do another. Okay, is he gonna go in and try and steal? Like there's no way in.
There's no shot. Now with Bwipo on the flank, Busio holding the line. Now the Oddie goes down. The Weaver's Wall comes in, and Lion have two members on the wrong side of it. Lion splashes forward, knocks Quad back. Chain CC, Hena's doing damage. Quad is actually out of the fight. Lion found it out of nothing, and FlyQuest bought right into that chaos. Shutdown for SrTT. Lion take down 3.
Wait, they're over chasing, and Baron is going to come up. This Baron timer is going to overlap with Death Timers.
Oh, and now they're under the turret. They can just keep going, but Massu is still full health, has the ultimate available. Featherstorm can buy so much space for FlyQuest, but now Massu's taking some damage from Saint, and the turret holds.
They got to be more organized here. To Kobe's point, they got the 3 kills. They could have reset, been on top of Baron in 25 minutes and take it right now. Now they have these slow resets as FlyQuest is still trading back with them in the mid lane. That fight could have been so huge for Lion. It still is. They get shutdowns, Kobe, but that could have been a Baron as well.
Because you don't lose, if you just pull off after you got your kills, you don't lose so much HP going this tower dive, and I think you have a timing window there. But we'll take a look at it, because this is FlyQuest looking for the chase. They go Sion ultimate into Taliyah ultimate, but Quad is in there.
But the thing is, when they cut them off, the damage dealers are close enough. So Hena's still hitting the whole time, and then Saint arrives as well. Big time damage.
That was 5 knockups chained on the Quad.
Yeah, Lion's there. He's just like, you know what? Not allowed. Taliyah ulting into here. He flashes on him, knocks him up, headbutts him back, and they got what I feel like really could have been the comeback. So, but it's just going to be a comeback.
Yeah, we get another shot though. Now gold's dead even here, whereas that was a 2,500 gold lead for FlyQuest going into that one. So the gold in Lion's pocket I don't think can be understated. It just isn't really enough to get them a lead again. Yeah, I mean, you can see here the story of the game. Lion are pushing FlyQuest in a way that we don't see many teams push FlyQuest.
No, they really hasn't. It's only the 3rd game they played against them all year.
That's a good point, yeah.
But also FlyQuest and Lion is delivering here. I'd say SrTT has made this Lion team look so much better, but the Lion team is still talking about potential, Kobe.
Well, we've got the potential for a death cap on Saint. So here's my next break point for will there be a real, actual, the comeback for Lion. When they get death cap, if they can get death cap for Saint before this dragon.
Or Soul?
Another Weaver's Wall comes down here. Looks like they're trying to block off the approach. Maybe looking at SrTT as he seismic shoved back over the wall. Bwipo trying to lock him into place, but he's healing right back up. Decimating Smash lands as now the rest of FlyQuest are trying to back up Bwipo. Quad's doing damage here on the Lyonz. Another seismic shove. Lyonz now has to try and escape.
So strange.
Will do just that. Nobody falls, but the mid wave actually turret falls to Saint.
Yeah, if that solo tower gold is enough for him, like if you can actually
Can he live?
But can he get out?
Yeah, I mean, he's crossed the veil, but Quad has the damage there. Between worlds to jump to safety. Inspired's right waiting for him, though. Now comes SrTT trying to play the hero, trying to keep Saint alive, but he just can't do it. Massu with the kill credit. Saint's down.
Kobe, you look so disappointed.
That was just so funny, the angle trying to get out there. I mean, he did get his death cap, though.
He did?
He got enough money for it, but he's dead.
Unfortunately, he played Martyr
TP in,
for that
man.
death cap. Yeah.
Okay, well, Dragon Soul is on the map. Here we go. As soon as Massu walks his way back, there is a teleport on Saint.
Exactly. So Lion is going to try and they're going to try and stall a little bit, maybe by going for Baron. I still feel like if FlyQuest just burst the Drake and then do their best to contest the Baron, that's going to be good enough for them. That's what they're doing, actually. You can see Inspired is laser focused on finishing off this Drake.
Yeah. And Lion aren't even starting up the Baron. There's so many wards, too, so FlyQuest will see if Lion want that.
So, if a Aurora burst champion gets a death cap, but the enemy team gets a Mountain Soul shield, that makes it way harder to burst people down.
A little bit.
That's okay. Look at the Baron.
Wait, whoa,
Look
hey.
at the fight. Wait, who's up there?
Yeah, I think that's SrTT. If I saw, no, it's Oddie land. Caught out of position here, deep in enemy territories. Not sure what he was looking for. Flashes over the Baron wall, will survive, but no flash on Vi anymore.
Dangerous stuff.
Ugh.
No flash on the jungler with some Baron confrontations ahead of us.
They're going to need Hena to be hitting for a very long time in order to win these fights. The
No
Mountain
armor
Soul,
pen yet either.
the Mountain Soul is the best soul for FlyQuest in this game, and I really, this is the frustrating thing about Lion, is that they do have the ability to get these big leads, but they're lacking the cohesion. I mean, the fight where they got sectioned off by FlyQuest originally at the Drake, and that was the first comeback fight. After that, Saint burning his alt flash, just like try and trade a 1-for-1 is a bit of a tilt play. And then here, just like over-indexing on, trying to get the death cap, have your cake and eat it too, dying before the soul and completely avoiding that advantage. They're still going to try to have a clean engage. It might work, but FlyQuest is in the driver's seat.
Yeah, Saint has the death cap now, but now he's getting engaged. Chasing Saint, he's just focused. Saint goes marching home as FlyQuest catch the mid laner yet again.
Okay, that's going to be FlyQuest heading over to the Baron then afterwards with the jungler and the mid laner down. There has got to be like a 0.1% chance that there's a steal from wait, Hena doesn't even have ult. There's no Jinx ult. Okay, there's not.
I am tilted for Lion right now. Like, this has been such a sequence of events where they did so well to put themselves in a position where they could beat FlyQuest. And the thing about this format as well is, like, every game matters, even in the elimination phase, because the tiebreakers constantly are your game wins and game losses after your match score is the original thing to rank you. So being able to pick up even one win against FlyQuest would have been so huge for Lion. It's still possible, but it's feeling more and more unlikely as this game progresses.
I'm going to give you a little snapshot of the odds here, because you see the 4 dragons, that's Soul. You see the gold lead, 2.5K. I was just told by production that the petals, just the petals that FlyQuest have picked up is 2,000 worth of stats as well.
Yeah.
This is a massive lead that FlyQuest have right now.
Okay, but there's an 18% armor penetration last whisper on the Jinx. Do you think that that means that he could get through any of Bwipo's 255 armor plus Mountain Soul shield Mega Sign with crit reduction, by the way, with the random wins?
It's somewhere around, I think, wait, well, let's do the quick math.
I wonder, so you know how they do those videos on time to kill? Like, what is the time to kill on Bwipo here? If it's just Hena, just spam attacking him.
Yeah. Which gun?
Well, okay, if you do the math, it's closer
you can use
to
both.
200.
I'll let you use both. You can charge up your minigun, or you can use rockets, do whatever you want.
I think if Bwipo's allowed to press Randwin's and W...
Wait, let's look here. Okay, the shields, okay.
It's not gone down. It's still up. I think it got bigger, actually. A Saint, seismic shove back, not into the Unraveled Earth, though, so he is fine. I was real worried for Lion's mid laner yet again. Such a dominant lead he found for himself early on, but has stumbled here towards the finish. FlyQuest stand tall as they push in the mid wave, take another turret.
I wouldn't mind practice tooling this, Kobe. I think it's about 45 seconds. That's just my gut, gut instinct.
We also have to be, is there anyone in range for the unending despair leech?
Ooh, no, it's a pure 1v1. I think pure 1v1.
Well, pure 1v1 kill him. Like, Bwipo's not allowed to hit back. Otherwise,
that's not fair, bro. What?
Yeah.
pure 1v1.
I mean, he can move.
Yeah.
He can move towards him, try and get in range of the heal.
We're only saying, can the unending despair be in range? If he's allowed to auto and it's a 1v1, then that's just messed up. Yeah. Nobody wants to see that.
I mean, he's got the full Lord Doms now, so it's probably down to like 35 seconds.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. 35 seconds. You know what? We're looking for the bright spots here for Lion. What about Saint?
Look at their faces,
There's not a lot of
man.
magic
They're
resist.
very not happy at the moment.
Yeah. Again, there were moments in this game, moments in this series where Lion were staying in it. They were keeping up with FlyQuest. You saw that gold grab, and that's why, again, it can hurt for teams to be like, we were within striking distance of the best team in the league, but at the end of the day, we got to remind people this is the best team in the league. FlyQuest are undefeated and are, really making a run for like generational NA team performing at international events too.
All right, what about 3 people?
We're still on it. Okay. 20 seconds.
I'm just throwing out numbers.
I don't know, man.
Like, if he was letting them hit.
So can they even get through the mountain shield before the cooldown for his W comes back up?
Well, he's not letting them hit.
Yeah, true.
So
he is not letting them hit.
It's too hard to tell.
I think every W adds another 5 seconds, actually.
What if they have Elder?
Dude, okay. Then we're going to start giving them extra buffs here. Wait, that's a good angle. 40 seconds on Elder. Let's look at it.
I was going to say, as memey as we have been, that is a legit win condition. If Audieland's able to find a steal, if they're able to pick off a member of FlyQuest.
Do they even win if they get that, though? I think it's like I think that's like, it gives you more time.
If Lion wins this fight
it's like gotta be a multi-step program.
I didn't realize this was still part of that previous conversation.
Yeah. If they win the fight immediately after Elder, they might be able to win the game.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you win the whole fight after, then you just kill the base. Yeah.
I mean, if you take down the enemy Nexus, I think you've got a good chance of winning that one. But it's looking rough for now, right now, as Bwipo starts to engage onto SrTT. Inspired following up here. Lion, we're not ready for that one.
Got through the
Oddie land, no steal potential onto the Elder Dragon. Lion now have Saint across the wall, but he's spotted out here. It's a 4v5. He's going to try a desperation play, but it is just that. FlyQuest again are inevitable. Busio buys time for them to take down the Alistar. FlyQuest kill 2, and we'll set their eyes on that Elder Dragon.
Yeah, they're in no rush. They don't have the waves to push either, so they're going to go for Elder.
Okay, what was that? 0.000001.
This feeling.
Hena, can you do it?
No one's blocking it either. Hena can get this.
Generational play. Ooh, not going to land right there. It was a crapshoot, didn't land. Inspired with the smite, will take it.
He's locked in. He had the team scatter. He was like, nobody stand next to this Drake.
Every jungler has been there. Everyone's been traumatized at least one time by a steal like that.
And SrTT's caught out as well here right afterwards. Yeah, the wheels have fallen off for Lion. FlyQuest are reminding us as to why they are the boogeyman in LTA North, why they were our representative there at MSI. And now, teleport in from Bwipo into the mid lane. Saint trying to get away here as Audieland and him are just trying to catch waves wherever they can. There's not many safe places on the Rift right now. Audieland will go back to get the cannon, but I mean, it's just these melees might be enough, plus the bottom wave.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if they try and end here without Baron and Supers. It depends on how well Lion can clear the wave. I feel like Bwipo will be fine tanking the turrets if he moves in a little early. We might try and end right here.
Yeah, Lion going to go for one final desperation play. No SrTT for 10 seconds. It's a 4v5 under their Nexus turrets. Bwipo is taking a lot of damage here. Saint gets big damage spread across multiple members. First Nexus turret will fall, but Inspired actually leading the team forward. Yeah, he's out. Bwipo just got caught. What was that?
That was the Aurora burst right there.
Yeah, no fair. Saint's in them.
4 completed items on the Aurora appears to be enough to get through the health bar of Bwipo, so FlyQuest decide to back off.
Our test was Hena.
It was.
It's true.
They cheated on the test. They had the study guide. AP goes through health.
Rush Baron. Is this it?
Baron.
Are they going to trade Nexus for Baron?
Okay, it looks like FlyQuest are saying if they go for the Baron, we can just threaten the end. They still have 4 members in the base right now, but now they're actually leaving.
Taliyah wall is up.
Yeah, they're walking back up. It was Hena and Audieland, and now if Hena, he's got to stay safe, has the flash available, no ghost to reposition the fights though.
I like that call. I thought that was one window where they had a chance to win the game if they could have somehow avoided the end. But FlyQuest isn't messing around. They know they have Mountain Soul. They know they have the game in hand as long as they don't get too cheeky. Even that last push was a little bit greedy with Bwipo, but now that he's about to revive, they're just going to take this Baron and then continue their push.
So SrTT does have teleport to join if they wanted to full send it there, but it looks like they're going to decide we'll get better odds at positioning for a team fight inside of our base. So we will wait for this Elder Dragon to fall off.
You see Bwipo? He didn't like that Saint killed him.
Picked up a Negatron cloak.
Now.
True.
Just a little bit. You think that's enough?
Yeah. I don't think he's dying another time. I definitely do. That's enough.
We'll see if Twitch chat agrees.
Nexus might kill him.
Yeah, I mean, if he goes into the fountain or something, he would. Okay, he definitely could die.
If I know Bwipo, that's his mission now. Just give his team a little more kills for that death. 15-19. This has been a bloody game, all things considered. And FlyQuest just have to put the final nail in the coffin of Lion.
Yeah. Two waves of supers and Baron that they're going to escort in on the non-super wave. So Bwipo's probably just going to make sure that the other wave is empowered and threaten a bit of a flank here.
Inspired gets chunked out, has the Guardian Angel, so even if flying full send on him, the rest of FlyQuest might be able to punish. They're catching the waves now. Supers are going to hit that bottom turret here shortly. Lion have a short window now to avoid that and look for a pick. Weaver's Wall going to come out from quad as all of Lion are able to get onto the correct side, but the flick back onto Oddie land, full engage, full commit onto the jungle. But the damage from Saint is just insane! Massu looks for his own little fight there on the Hena. Inspired's down. Masu's got to get out of the fight. Saint's chasing him down. Triple kill to Saint. Lion hold the line. Quad will fall. Hena with the kill. It's only Bwipo left. Lion roared alive.
Let's go, Lion! They do not tilt off the face of the earth. They get the combo. The burst there from Aurora Jinx was unbelievable.
I mean, they're going to run straight back up, but can they do... 20 seconds on Rakan.
They can at least get a turret.
Yeah, they got to be able to get something here.
I don't think you can get anything.
In.
No, I don't think you can get anything really. So you have 3 inhibitors down, so you have super minions, double supers in every lane for FlyQuest. So the onslaught's going to continue.
How does this happen?
It does buy time.
Busio Inspired got full comboed by the Aurora, and since all the spells are AoE, I think that's what happens. So Jinx rockets, AoE, Alistar knock up into Aurora combo, EQ. Didn't even have to ult. Didn't even have to Aurora.
And then Massu tries to take down Hena on the side there. Hena has flash, then Masu's out of there. Yeah. I think that's going to be one of those ones where FlyQuest are in VOD review, or well, they're going to have a lot of points.
It's got 6 items now.
I mean, sometimes you like bait yourself into going to, when you get a pick, right? You're like, ooh, we got a pick. So then you kind of chase on that pick and you group up a little bit. Yeah, you could just play super duper duper slow. Maybe they look back at that, but
with all the bounty gold Saint just got, he's 6,500 gold ahead of him.
So I will
That's great.
say,
that's more gold than FlyQuest is ahead of Lion.
Sometimes when you get super late into games, you're like, oh, gold doesn't matter anymore. But it matters a lot for Quad because he's been so far behind this whole game. He's still got a full another item slot to fill, and he needs to upgrade his broken arm guard into an actual Zhayah. So like, Quad is been so far behind at the moment. He's gonna go kill Gromp. Look at that. They're like, yeah, feed Quad everything. Give him the Gromp.
Oh, this is such a hard Elder to contest, though, with the 3 waves of supers and 2 teleports and a Taliyah wall and a Spellbook Rakan.
Yeah.
Who could switch to teleport being there. There's no way that Lion should even think about contesting this, I would think.
I mean, the cornered animal is the scariest, but as soon as Lion leave their den, it gets scarier for them. FlyQuest have control of the access to the river. They're already on that Elder Dragon. But now Bwipo throws out the unstoppable onslaught. He's going to look for the engage. Busio over the wall as well. Big knockups, big damage. Bwipo might be taken out, but he flashes to safety. Massive Steric shield as the dragon is secured. Elder to FlyQuest.
Nicely done by FlyQuest there, but they need to laugh a little less to actually close this game. It's become serious since Hena and Saint hit 6 items because you're just comparing carry to carry. Like a 6-item Jinx, stronger than a 6-item Xayah, and a 6-item Aurora is definitely stronger than a 4-item, well, 5-item quad.
Yeah, I mean, at least he's able to upgrade to the actual Zhayah, so he gets now he gets to activate it again, so can have some sort of survival and out for himself. With the Elder Dragon buff, though, I think that will be enough for FlyQuest. You kind of just want to group up and force down mid and get inside to these inhibitors so you can retake the inhibitors. They can play it nice and slow. They've got the Elder. You can just throw out poke, slowly take the inhibitors. Then once you have all inhibitors, you have so much extra super minion pushing power, and you can just rely on the poke from the Elder and the super minions to basically win for you.
Right now, the mid wave is pushing in. They're on that bottom inhibitor. Now all inhibitors have fallen again. Lion have one Nexus turret left alive. Weaver's Wall coming out. Saint's on the wrong side across the Veil to try and save himself for right now. In the camouflage between worlds, big damage on the Massu and Inspired again. FlyQuest are getting engaged on. Crescent Guard will keep Inspired alive for right now, but Busio goes in for the engage. It's another re-engage from Lion, but they just lost it. SrTT's down. Busio's down in response. Hena with the Jinx is excited. Massu forced away from the fight. Flash available. Blade Caller will not land. And yet again, Lion hold the line. Oh! Quad takes out Lyonz.
So
with the fadeaway.
They did get the inhibitors, but then they did not slowly poke, wait for the supers to come in and use their Elder. They went for a Taliyah wall pick again.
Look at this damage though. 66,000 damage by Saint and 42,000 by Hena. They're crushing through the Mountain Soul. That was a Mountain Soul Elder Drake.
They literally had Elder on this whole fight.
And Lion is the one who won the fight.
That was, it could have been a 1-for-2. They do lose Lyonz there, as now the rest of FlyQuest is on the Rift here. They're running up towards the Baron, and it looks like they're going to get it. I mean, all Lion can do is just prevent Fly from ending the game, but they haven't been able to get back onto the Rift and get anything sizable.
The Nexus turrets will respawn. You never know. Nice
Wait, look at the mini-map. Jinx down here. Jinx.
Yeah, Hena, 1v1 versus Bwipo. We were wondering how many autos would it take. I think we might figure that out. SrTT is nearby, but so is Quad. Hena has the flash again. Saint with Between Worlds will push back the rest of FlyQuest, but that's a couple flashes, couple ultimates used.
Busio had to flash too, so it's not like it's a free engage onto Hena now that Hena's flash is down. You can see one next turret is respawned, but here's Baron and maybe the slow end, but the Jinx clears waves so fast, we'll see.
Yeah, they're able to Baron up the bottom super minions. Two are hitting that turret. As now the rest of Lion here, again, trying to hold the line. This is the third attempt from FlyQuest. Big flank from Oddie land here as he's all the way around threatening the back line. Bwipo now in his own, but up flank back out to Hena. Quad with the savior play, the redemption play, takes out the AD carry for FlyQuest. They'll march in. No more Jinx, no more hope for Lion, and FlyQuest will 2-0 this series.
Just like we all expected, FlyQuest dispatched Lion in the 2-0. No, man, this was an insane game.
So you're telling me that was only 2 games that we won?
That was 2 games of League of Legends right there,
I think
Kobe.
this last game was probably like 3 games wrapped up in one.
The third approach is what it took for FlyQuest to close it out.
46 kills in a 44.5-minute game. Absolutely unbelievable. Quad at one point was 0-4-0, ends 4-6-12. He did actually pick it up towards the end. That's not the type of win that FlyQuest would love to have, but they actually are still undefeated.
I'm hearing also from production that Saint did over 42% of his team's total damage in that game on the Aurora. Insane. We're walking with Busio on the way right now on screen. So Loungers, take it away.
It definitely feels like we just watched at least 3 games.
I had to look up at the UI just to make sure when it wasn't a third game. That was
42% of your team's damage is crazy in a loss.
Yeah. It was insane what the Aurora was actually doing. Like constantly bullying bot side. I don't know why I'm like. Yes, the Aurora was amazing, but they lost the game. I was focused more on the Aurora than FlyQuest actually bringing this game back. So